Hi, I'm Rebecca Pacheco with Runner's World, and this is a special sequence that I've created to be done after your run. So it's a great way to stave off injury, to rehab tired muscles, and to ready your body for the next time you hit the road. To begin, we'll come to the top of our mats. If you just came in from your run, you can kick off your sneakers. We'll start with a couple shoulder shrugs. So as you breathe in, lift your shoulders to your ears. As you breathe out, slide them down your back. Just do that 2 more times. Shake things out. You might be a runner that carries a lot of tension in your upper body. So just start to unwind that. And then bend your knees, and you'll fold your body forward in ragdoll. You can do with your arms whatever you like. So you can let them hang. You can hold opposite hand to elbow. You could even interlace your fingers behind your back, this is a favorite, and wrap and rinse your arms over your head. A few big breaths here, relieving any neck tension. And shift your body weight across your feet, maybe forward and back a few times. And then drop your hands down to the ground and walk yourself back, downward facing dog. And especially when you're just in from a run, your muscles are nice and warm, so you could move a little bit. You can pedal out your feet, shift your hips side to side. I like to even stretch my feet and toes out, rise up onto your tippy toes, and then take your 2 heels in one direction and lean your hips off to the side. And then come through the bottoms of your feet and go the opposite way. So it's as if your feet are on a tightrope. You just lean your hips over. And now we'll take our feet toward one another and breathe your right leg up to the sky as high as it will go. Head bows down. Fan your foot, wiggle your toes, wind your ankle both ways. Feels nice to kick off your sneakers. Bend your knee and roll your hip socket to the sky. If this is too much, maybe you were out there for a long time, put your left knee on the earth and you'll hip circle here with the knee down. It can also be done with the knee up, with the leg straight. Wind your knee in a circle, hip circle 3 or 4 times, and then change your leg. So now left leg sweeps up high. Fan the foot, wiggle the toes, wind your ankle, and roll it open in the other direction. 3 or 4 hip mandalas or hip circles to release the tension in the hip joint. Probably feel it in your glutes as well. And then on the 3rd or 4th one, the foot touches down your back in your downward dog. Land your knees to the mat. And we'll come into what's called toes pose. Now, toes pose, it doesn't appear to be much, but you're definitely going to feel it in your feet, and it's a very healthy thing to do to keep your feet, to stave off things like plantar fasciitis. So you're going to curl your 10 toes underneath you, including your baby toes. You'll notice I'm using my hands to tuck the baby toes underneath. And then you'll sit back on your heels. Now, if at any point the sensation is too intense, don't make a big fuss about it. Just slowly rise up, give yourself a couple breaths, and then come back down. And you can just close your eyes if that's helpful. Truly, you can meditate anywhere for 5, 10 breaths. Slow things down. Feel all 10 toes fanning. Tops of your feet, ankles. We'll give it 3 more breaths. In the meantime, keeping stress and tension out of the rest of your body. Shoulders soft, face soft. One more slow, steady breath, gradually in. Gradually out. Hands go to the floor. Point your toes. And then sit back onto the tops of your feet. You'll stretch tops of feet and shins, fingertips behind you. See if you can lift your knees any amount. They might not come off the floor, that's okay. But you are feeling a stretch in your shins and in the tops of your feet. And then we're coming forward, lying down onto our bellies. Come up onto your elbows and parallel your left forearm with the top edge of your mat. Bend your right knee, and as if you would do a quad stretch standing up before you head out for a run. We're going to do it now on the earth. To start and to protect your knee, press your shin bone back and lift your heart up. And so just activate the quad muscle. Stay here, or now go a little bit more deeper. Heel to bum, elbow to sky, and lengthening your quadricep muscle and hip flexor. To reach back and grab your foot, you opened your chest, but now think of angling your heart forward, lifting out of the left shoulder. Take a few breaths here. Breathe in and let it go. We'll change. So now right forearm parallel top edge of mat. Bend left knee, catch the foot. Start by waking up the thigh, press the shin bone back, protect your knee. Stay there or go more deeply, heel to bum, elbow to sky, lengthen the quad. And 3 breaths. Give everything around 5 breaths, maybe a little bit more, depending if that area needs more attention. Release when you're ready. And now this is one of my favorite poses. It's a prone twist. You'll bend your right knee out to the side. Take your left arm and thread it across the floor. Shoulder down and your head down. And if your head can't touch, if you're stuck up here somewhere, grab a small towel or a pillow and place it underneath your head. A yoga block also works. And now unravel your right arm. And your hand might be up here in midair. That's fine. You're opening up these pectoral muscles. You can close your eyes and just feel the stretch through your belly, your lower back, your chest. Should feel really good. And then come on back to center. 2 legs outstretched. Bend the left knee out to the side. Now the right hand's going to thread across as far as it will go. Shoulder down, head down, and unravel. I love this one. Really nice for the lower back. And it's great when your muscles are warm, but you can also do it, in the morning when you wake up in bed. You can do it at the end of a long day. You can really do it anytime. And then from here, drag your 2 knees to meet. You'll curl up on your side, and then press yourself upright to sit. Swing your legs around to the front, and we'll take a seated figure 4 stretch. So high crossing the right ankle over your left thigh bone. Hands are behind you, fingertips pointing back, and take your heart toward your upper shin. You might close your eyes here. Think of working the knee away from your body, sitting up taller and taller. And now you'll extend your left leg straight. Take your right foot to your inner thigh. This is called Janu Sirsasana, or head to knee pose. Sit up nice and tall. Reach your arms over your head. Breathe in. As you exhale, lean forward, head toward your knee, and you might grab your foot. If you're nowhere close, you can bend the knee and do that. Or you could grab a yoga strap, a towel. Maybe you have a long sleeve shirt. You just came from your run. You can wrap the t-shirt around your foot and think of guiding chest toward your foot. Nice and easy here. Some people like to add a little bit of a twist here, so you take left hand, set it next to your hip on the floor. right hand outer edge of foot, and you move your ribs. Move the right rib cage down, left rib cage up. Another little twisting action that feels so good in your back, and you'll bow down. Sitting up, take this right foot across your body, a seated twist. The right hand behind you, left arm reaches up to elongate your spine, and then across your body on a diagonal, elbow right into your thigh. Use it to leverage the deeper twist, and you might find you can peek beyond your right shoulder. Think of sitting up taller every time you breathe in, and as you exhale, wringing it around a little bit more deeply. Keep your two hips level on the earth. The right hip might try and pop up. Keep it down. And then come on back to center. Hands behind you, 2 feet go flat, and let your 2 knees drop one side and then the other. Just letting the hips kind of shake out, even knees and ankles. Get a little bit of a stretch. And then back to neutral, and we'll switch sides. So high cross, left ankle over right thigh. Hands behind you, fingertips point away, chest toward your upper shin. You might close your eyes, visualize your next best run. Maybe you're training for a race, being on your yoga mat, using your meditation as an opportunity to practice visualizing your next great performance, a PR to which you might be working. Breathe in and breathe out. Slide the right leg out ahead of you. Head to knee pose on the other side. Left foot inner thigh, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward, grab the foot, or use your extra t-shirt or your yoga strap, anything you have handy. Heart lengthens with an inhale. Fold forward as you exhale. You can stay as you are. You have the option to twist. Left hand outside right foot, right hand next to the hip, and really work the rotation. Left ribs down, right ribs up, and then elongate your back along your leg. And up we go. Take this left foot, step it across. Left hand behind, inhale, reach up. Across your body, and as you exhale, twist. And this back hand is used for leverage. You can come up onto tented fingertips. Use it to help sit you up taller. And come back to center. Extend your 2 legs out straight, hands behind you. This is one of my favorite hip openers. It's the simplest thing on the earth. Legs are outstretched, hands hold you up, and just let your feet wave. Just let them wag side to side. What happens is your femur bone is rotating in its socket, just kind of lubricating all these joints. And then we'll come into a more active stretch. Take your legs out wide. This is called Upavista Konasana, or a wide-legged straddle. Activate your feet. Sit up nice and tall. If that's not possible for you, you're tighter in your hips and you're feeling a little bit stuck, right? Then you can use a block or a small pillow, maybe from the couch. You sit down onto the block or to the pillow. You've lengthened your spine, and then you crawl your hands forward nice and easy. Head can come down. The other use for the block would be to take hands or elbows to the block and think of lengthening chest forward. You may find that every time you breathe out, you start to relax a bit more deeply. Your hands can crawl forward. Heart melts toward the floor. And then you'll come on up slowly. From here, take your legs in together, and we'll lie down onto our backs. And so give your knees a gentle squeeze. You could rock around a little bit. And then set your left foot flat on the mat, and let's hold the back of our right leg, back of our right thigh, and circle your ankle to the right. So just undoing the tension in your feet, your ankles. They work so hard for you while you're running. Maybe you've had injuries to them over the years, and so we want to stave those off a little bit. Keep them healthy. Do 10 times to the right, 10 times to the left. And that's 10. From here, cross your legs narrowly, so as high as you can, inner thighs touch, and then take your knees in toward your body. Hold on wherever you can, knees, shins, maybe you're able to get heels, and you'll pull a combination of all three of these directions, in, out, and up. And through that combination, you have to research it a little bit on your own, you'll feel the stretch in your right hip and glute. It's a good one, but it does take a little bit of, as I said, research, a little bit of feeling around. Your tailbone can come off the floor. You might get a better stretch that way. And then set left foot flat, keep the legs crossed, arms open like wings. Slide your hips over to the right and let your knees drop to the left. Come on back to center. Take a hold of the back of the left leg, and we're going 10 times to the left. 3, 4, 5. This ankle is more musical than the other. Lots of cricking and cracking. Maybe that's happening for you also. And 10 to the right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross your legs narrowly, draw in, hold knees, shins, or heels. Pull in, out, up, or some combination of all three. Flattening your back to the floor, the tailbone can lift, stretching the left hip and glute. And then you'll place the right foot flat, slide your hips over to the left, and your two knees to the right. From here, we're going to roll to our right side and then slowly press yourself up. To finish your recovery yoga, we'll do a favorite posture of mine. It's wonderful for taking pressure out of your feet, lactic acid out of your legs, and it's a nice neutral position for your spine. It feels just fantastic, and that's where we'll camp out. You'll do as little as 10 breaths, or you could stay as long as 10 minutes. So to do it, come over to the nearest wall or a door, and just make sure it's closed and locked. Slide your bum against the baseboard of the wall or the bottom of the door and swing your legs up. Head heavy on the earth, arms drop at your sides. Close your eyes and enjoy your rest.